Hey everyone, and welcome to the Learning Ladder. I'm just in the kitchen, I'm just making dinner, and I thought I'd just make a quick video and talk about our new unit and what I'm doing in terms of prep. So kind of prepping for our next unit video. So basically, we are doing sort of a nature study, living off the land, gardening, birds. There's a bit of everything in there. Basically, a lot of it is child-led. So my daughter's been really into the birds after the bird watch thing. She has been really into planting seeds and gardening, so I've got that incorporated. So yes, we're really excited. So I've bought a few things, and I'll just go talk about those. Hang on a sec. I'm just chopping onions, so excuse me if I look like my eyes are watering. Has anyone noticed their produce is getting really small? And have you seen these onions? They are so small. I've had the same problem with potatoes as well. Everything is tiny. Anyway, completely digress off the topic. So what we bought, so I purchased, well, I've already had the Julia Rothman books for a while, the Nature Anatomy, the Farm, and all of those series. And I'm going to use, I think I said in my homeschool video that I bought all of the journals, and then we were going to, go through several of the books this for our nature study, or picking topics out of each one. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll pick some topics out of the farm unit, we'll pick some topics out of the nature anatomy unit, and then we have the companion journals, which are not by the same author. It's by, I think it's one of the homeschool groups or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'll link it below. I did show you in my homeschool curriculum video, and they have companion journals that go with them, and basically it's just, they'll say on this page, do this, draw this, or explain this, label this, those kind of activities, and they're always fun. So what I'm going to do is use the Farm Anatomy Journal mostly, because that's kind of, it covers a lot of what we were doing, so the whole growing food, the seeds and everything else, and then pick a few bits from the Nature Anatomy Journal, particularly about how plants eat and everything else. I'm also going to use Dining on Science, so we are going to be using 2 of the Dining on Science units, and it is Gets Planted, which is all about photosynthesis, and then goes to Seed, which is all about germination and everything to do with seeds. We're also going to be planting our garden, which is really fun. We have got a lot more seeds this year, which I'm really excited about. Last year we did pumpkins, potatoes, what else did we do? We did corn, no we didn't do corn, we did peas, and we did strawberries, and what was the other things? An array of herbs. So this year we've got quite a few more. We already have fruit trees anyway, but we've got quite a few more seeds to plant this year, which I'm really excited about. I'll show you all the seeds we've got this year in a bit. So what we're going to be doing with those is doing a seed journal. That is one of the activities within Dining on Science. There is a printable. I did print it out, the printable, but we actually already started planting our seeds today. My daughter decided to do it all in a science notebook, and she did some amazing things. And I didn't even say, can you please do this, or this particular assignment or anything, or a journal prompt or anything. And she just kind of drew all the things you need to plant your garden and labeled them all, and then she was explaining the process. She drew all pictures of the process step by step of how to plant seeds, and I never had to do any of those things. It was just, I just really love child-led learning, especially like that, because you just imagination and just get really creative. She did an amazing job. So we did that earlier today, but I already had pre-filmed the clip of the seeds, so I can show you that after finished talking, ran chopping. I didn't cry, the onions are chopped, I'm chopping mushrooms now. I find that with onions, if you think about you chopping them, that's when your eyes tend to water, and if you're distracted talking to people, then your eyes don't water as much, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm super excited. Hang on one second. But yes, the whole point of bringing up that about my daughter doing a science notebook is that although I do have the Nature Anatomy journals, the companion journals, we might end up doing some of the prompts in our notebook, particularly if she has something that she wants to do instead and has a better idea of how to present, the information she's learned, because I think that's much more important. It's like, learning how to learn, and that was what she thought about, all the steps needed and everything else to plant. So yes, we do have the Nature Anatomy companion journals. I do think they look really good, but we'll use them as we see fit, kind of thing. But I do also have Living Off the Land from Gather Round, which I'm super excited about. So we got that, I got that the other day, and I'll just show you the teacher's guide we've already done. Actually, part of lesson 1. And it was really enjoyable. It was talking about the pioneers and the Homestead Act and everything else, and it was really interesting. We talked about, you know, how you would feel if someone came to your home and tried to take it and everything else, and how they must have felt when they were embarking out on the journey, you know, having to leave everything they knew and go somewhere completely different. And you know, it's really interesting to see her take on it and how that she would have dealt with that kind of scenario, and then also the excitement of getting new land and everything else and growing things. I can't wait to see go further with it. But particularly what I really like about that unit is all the practical activities. So for example, you get to do sourdough, you get to make candles. They do, I think I did see something about growing your seeds anyway, but potato plants. We're already going to do that anyway as part of our garden, but she showed you the potato cycle in there. And there was there was another recipe that I saw in there, and you know, just the hands-on stuff, because I really like doing the hands-on activities with her, because I think it just makes it, you know, more enjoyable and brings everything to life, if you like, hands-on learning. So I'm really looking forward to doing that unit too. Sorry, my dogs. It's raining, and Lexi apparently feels like the rain is a threat. It's okay, Lexi, it's just the rain. Dogs. So yes, I'm super excited. So anything else to update you on? I've been working hard, which is why I haven't been posting a video, getting new products made for the Learning Ladder store. So I have pretty much done all the first line of products, if you like, new products I wanted to sell, and I'll be working on part 2 soon, just having a little bit of a couple of days of break after, because I think I made 30 things, so just having a couple of days off before I start doing batch 2. But basically I want to get it done sooner, so that if you're interested, then they're available for you to purchase before everyone gets their curriculum and things. So yes, I'll show you them because they're physical products, but I just have to wait till they arrive in the post. So as soon as they arrive in the post, I'll do a separate video, and I'll just, you know, do a sneak peek and say this is the new range of stuff, and then I'll do dedicated videos to a couple of them showing you inside. So that's going to be exciting. And yes, how have you all been? Let me know. It's been a while. As I said, I think it's been a month since I made a video. I don't think I've ever taken a month off YouTube before, ever. But as I said, making 30 products is time consuming, so all my free time was spent doing that. It's been so much fun though, and I love doing it because it's all design and everything else, and making curriculum, and you know, and just thinking about products that I want for homeschool and that can be useful to other people. So yes, and also there are a few things in there for you, like the homeschool mom, to help with organisation and everything else. So yeah, I'm super excited anyway, so I'll share all those in an upcoming video. So now I'm just going to finish chopping my mushrooms. I just need to wash them. Mushrooms. I just need to wash them and then start cooking. We're having spaghetti bolognese, it's vegetarian, there's no meat in there. So we've got mushrooms, onion, celery, which I'm just going to chop now, peas, tomatoes, obviously, tomato sauce. I'm just using chopped tomatoes for the sauce, Italian herbs mix, garlic. I'm going to put garlic in there, and then I'm having them with the pasta. And I've got some garlic bread in the oven, so that's what I'm having for dinner. Go and wash my mushrooms, and I will see you soon in my next video. But I'm just going to show you the clips after. I'm going to give you a quick look inside Living Off the Land, and then I think we'll call it a day for this video. So let me know if you've got anything interesting, you know, updates or anything yourself. I'd love to know what you've been up to, if you found any new units that you're particularly interested in. Also, if you're thinking about curriculum for next year, what you've got in mind, because I'm always curious. I haven't started purchasing much yet, just, you know, the odd little bits here and there if I've seen a sale on. I don't really start doing my main curriculum shopping until sort of April, May time. But let me know what your thoughts are, or what you're thinking about using next year. I'd love to know. I have been watching curriculum videos. I did watch a ton over the time, at Christmas time, you know, the Christmas break, when we were self-isolating. So I have seen, you know, a few things out there, but let me know what you're thinking of using, because I'm curious. And I will speak to you soon. Take care. I'll show you the clips now of Living Off the Land. Bye for now. Okay, so we've got these little pots. There are 16 here. We've got this tray. We've also got the caterpillar from last year, which was really fun. Red onions. We've got some corn. Lettuce. We've got a couple of different types of peas.
The salad bar selection, so it's got radish, spring onion, leaf mix, tomato, cucumber, rocket cress and lettuce. The Christmas dinner one, which sounds fun. Cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, parsnip, carrot, cabbage and sage. Some peppers. Brown onion. We've also got, as I said, in the kind of peas, these are the Hearst Green Chef ones. Some spinach, cabbage, some dwarf French beans, the veg patch, beetroot, carrots, lettuce, radish, spring onion and cauliflower, some Roma tomatoes, some marigolds, some carrots, chives, coriander and basil, more corn, some squash and pumpkin. Everything's ready, so I'm going to start potting them all. Okay, so here's Living a Full-on Teacher Guide. I decided to get the upper elementary level this time, and there's definitely a big difference between early elementary and upper elementary. Massive difference of difficulty level. It really ramps up, so just be aware of that. I probably, if I had realised quite as much, I probably would have got the early elementary for the rest of this year and then gone to upper elementary next year. But it's fine, we'll do what we can do. It's not that it's too hard, it's just it's much more in depth in terms of what they need to answer and things like that. So anyway, you always get your colouring page. I did actually print one off my daughter as well, because I thought it was a really cute one. Here are our lessons. There are 20. So we've got everything from clearing the land, talking about water, raising livestock, planting a garden, light, foraging, clothing, preservation, education, lifestyle. Everything looks really, really good, really in depth. So Rebecca wrote this one herself, the creator of Gather Round, and I do like her style so far. So she's sort of starting it in a storytell format, which I really like, and then we're setting the stage, them going on their adventure, embarking on their journey. So this was the lesson we did the other day, and then it'll tell you a hands-on activity that you can do should you want to, the checklist, and then what is the vocabulary for each level. And then it will tell you to go to your student pages, and there are 5 pages for each lesson. So there's a notebooking page, language arts in this particular level lesson, language arts, a social studies, a history and an art page. And then there's some answers to the questions that are in the middle and high school. So I'll give you a quick flip through. So in this one we've got art, social studies, history. And there's some extension activities as well. We talk about digging a well, which is a really exciting one. And in the student pages, there's an activity to do with that as well. So some diseases, so contamination of water to talk about. So it looks really great. They always do. They're always beautifully presented, but the information looks really good too. Talking about logging. We get to do a timeline here of building a home. So here's an activity where they're talking about making soap. All the different types of clothing, materials and things. Kind of toys and games that they played in that time period. So it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. And this is the Farm Companion notebook to go with the Julia Rothman. I did actually print it twice so that I could do one too with my daughter, and this is what the notebooking pages look like. So illustrate and explain 4 ways to grow tomatoes, beans, potatoes, making hay, tools, chicken embryo. That'll be a good one to go with one of the Daniel Science lessons as well, about chickens. So yes, that's the farm notebook. So I'll see you in our next video. Take care. Bye for now.